So here we are. I haven't planned anything for this, so I really don't know which direction I'm going to take. I'm just going to let the music flow and see what we can come up with. So again, to just further explain, there are some really cool functions on this. We have the possibility to make some rhythm sounds. So let me actually see if I can show you. So we have different kind of rhythm sounds. We can go disco, we can change the tempo. So maybe we'll do something with that. I'm not entirely sure. We have rhythm pads. Those are assigned to different sounds, and we can also, and that's why I really like this thing, we can also record our own samples with it. It does have a few like set presets of sounds, but those are fairly bad, I would say, but it's going to be fun to try to make something with it. I'm probably also going to sample one of the rhythm functions, and we're just going to see what I can come up with, I guess. So we have a piano sound that sounds like this. One thing I find kind of confusing about this thing is that there's no real opportunity to tune the samples like an octave down or whatever. There is the sample tune thing, which works with the recorded samples. You can actually plug in a mic, I think, right? Wasn't there something like this? Yeah, sampling, mic and line in. You have both of those options, but we're just going to use the built-in mic. There's like a really cool thing you can do. Like, I think it always goes with A, so. Okay. Now we recorded my voice, and now we have it mapped to all of the keys. For this I definitely have to increase the gain because it's always pretty quiet. We can also reverse this now. Effect, select and choose reverse. Now it takes a little bit of time to reverse the sample. And now we can actually play the reversed one. Okay, so I think I'm just going to start with one of the sounds that is already built in here. So I'm going to turn this down. Maybe actually the piano. I think we can do some cool stuff with like downsampling the piano or something. So I'm gonna actually just record something in. So I think I'm just gonna go with this progression. I recently just always had this progression in my head, so I think this could be fun to do something with it. Maybe I'm gonna arpeggiate it like. That could be cool. So. Okay, so I changed the progression a little bit, but I think this could be great. Yeah, I think we can do something with that. Let's see. Okay, so now we're just gonna half time this. So put it on 200, resample mode. Let's create a little bit of a backdrop. Maybe full wet this, let's see. Somewhere like this. There's still some high frequency stuff going on, which I don't really like. But I think for like an atmosphere to start, this could be cool. So let's see what we have. If I can play. Really, the drum sounds sound terrible, but that could be fun. Like we can do maybe like some crazy distortion with it and just completely, utterly destroy it. That would be fun. Okay, stop. just use the low end. Send this through some distortion. Okay, I added some crystallizer on it to pitch it up a little bit, to have like 50% of like an octave of it playing, and just the normal shimmering I already did. And yeah, I think this is a cool atmosphere. Now we just need to add something on it. We'll see what I do though. Maybe a little bit of a dog. That's cool. That does work. Let's see if I can put some octave load on it. Hell yeah. Maybe even sub, probably too low though. I think that's acceptable. It does just sound like a very cheap synth, but it works, I guess. I feel like it could maybe be cool if I just like fasten this a lot. Like. Oh! There's something about this, man. I kind of like this. It sounds like nice and glitchy. Maybe like let's just go with it. I think one thing I could do is just copy the drum loop and set that up in a way where it's like really fast. Sounds crazy now, but I think I think that could work honestly. Like if I put this in like there. Oh yeah, okay, that slaps pretty hard. Let's put this down. I think that could work. Let's see. I think one thing that could also work is if I consolidate this track. Oh yeah, that's cool. That would be great for an outro. Okay, so I kind of arranged it a little bit. I'm not insanely happy with the drums, to be honest, but for the time being, since I wanted to do this fairly quickly and just get out the ideas, I think this is okay. I really like the end, actually. Like, I could easily turn the end into like a complete different ambient idea, which is obviously where I feel very comfortable. So it's good to kind of break out of it a little bit here and there. So I really like this. I also really like how this version drifts into the reverse one, which I pitched up a few semitones. Like how it goes from the tail of this into the new tail. Yeah, so I think this is really dope. Like, we might actually have to do like a part 2 or something. Hey, Max from the future here. First of all, Happy New Year. I just checked this whole track and changed a few things around. First of all, I didn't even end up using the built-in speech sample function in this track, but I guess that's okay. I mean, the track just went where it wanted to go. But I really like the end part of the track where it just goes a little bit more ambient. Also, there are some things I wanted to change in the earlier sections, especially with the drums. I think those are the main problem of the track, that the drums sound a bit... I just can't really get them to sit right in the mix, because just the sample where it comes from was just so like dull sounding, I guess. I tried a lot of things with like distortion and stuff, which I will go into a little bit now. But yeah, I just thought I really wanted to do kind of like a revision check of this, I guess, and just go through some stuff I added and talk a bit about the track. Oh yeah, right. I also totally forgot to mention that I don't know why I didn't notice this when I made the track, but the melody sounds so much like a track I used to listen to a lot. I actually had, when I did like gaming videos about like DayZ and stuff, I used to do like Let's Plays. There was like this song, I think it was called Heroes by Packboard Nerds, which I think it was just like it's some kind of remix in itself, but I'm pretty sure the melody is very similar. I would love to play it, but then this video will get a Content ID claim, so maybe just do some research on your own. But this melody from like the piano, yeah, I think it's exactly the melody, but it is okay. I'm not planning to do a full release of this. I also adjusted the mix a little bit because there were some things I wanted to change. So I really like this part. The slow down stretched version sounds really, really nice. And then when re-listening to this, I really enjoyed this part where I stretched everything and pitch shifted it a bit. Or not a bit, actually, like 10 semitones, I think. So normally the track would end right about here. I actually ended up taking the bass samples, also pitching them to the new scale and changing the progression a bit. So let's see how that sounds. Okay, what I did with the bass is that I also increased some of the distortion and effects I added, just to have it move a little bit more towards the end and be a little bit more prominent. There are definitely some clashing frequencies I noticed, but I will probably get rid of those when I do the final mix down of this, and maybe even just some master stuff could help. But I think just in terms of the idea, it's really cool. I initially thought I would maybe completely delete the first part and just focus on creating like a full-length ambient piece out of this. But I actually really like to show like both parts of this, like that, you know, more like beat kind of thing is really doable with this, and also like some ambient stuff. And I just really like mixing both in my music. So I think this is really cool. We can, this is, for me, this is pretty much finished. I mean, I obviously could try to do it longer and longer, but I really like where it is right now. So the track will be available for download and stream on my Patreon account. There will be much more info on all the goodies and the cool things I plan on doing with the Patreon account in the next video I will release, which will be a not very long, but much longer video about a game soundtrack. I've been working on that video for quite a while and just thinking about what I wanted to do this year, 2023, and just where I wanted to go. And I thought it would be really fun to have a little bit more of a focus than I actually first intended on, like content creation and video creation and some other things. So I thought one of the best ways to maybe finance that a bit more, because it does take a lot of time, would maybe to create a Patreon account, and also to promote my Bandcamp a lot more, because I always just kind of release stuff, and you know, I was happy if people just listened to my music on Spotify and whatever. And I still very much am, you know, all of that is lovely and it's amazing. But there have been a lot of times where people ask me to like donate or support me in other ways, and I finally sat down and really tried to think about what I can provide in a Patreon, because a while ago I actually had one for a very short time, but I didn't feel like the rewards were really that nice and not really something I wanted to continue doing. But now I feel like I have a very nice balance in like things I will give you for it, but obviously, generally speaking, just having a platform of where people can support me in a great way and definitely get some really nice stuff. And this track will be available there, but again, much more information on this in the next video. I will also do like some short Patreon explanation thing, which I will probably also include in the video after the next video. So yeah, again, thank you so much for all the support I'm getting. I'm really looking forward to changing things up a bit and trying out new things, exploring a lot of cool ideas. Like over the holidays, I wrote down so many video ideas I have. So yeah, it will be really cool. I will try to at least do a few of them. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. See you soon. Bye.